You and your students almost made it. We devote this group of lessons to the culminating experience, where students write a letter of thanks and support to the owners or managers of the ecosystem where their study location land is located. They'll need to research who that group is, which introduces them to the different levels of government. The land might be on a park or a land trust if you're lucky enough to live close to such a site. But it's more likely that it's on city property or school property. In that case, they would write a city council person, or their principal, or their landlord, or even their parents if the land is their own. The letter needs to include several parts. There's an introduction about you, a thank you to the recipient for their role in protecting ecosystems. You need to describe your ecosystem study location and Earth processes that shaped it. Next, you need to have a piece about why it's important to protect ecosystems. You need to provide a prediction about how climate change might impact your ecosystem and your study site specifically. What changes are you predicting? And then you need to make the case that there's a personal connection here. Why does your study location matter to you? In the final part here, many leaders receive mountains of letters each day. So this drawing, poem, photo, story is going to be a way for you to communicate your message and really illustrate your connection in a very personal way. This is what we call your personal touch, and it's going to make that letter stand out. Teachers, be sure to check out the whole Culminating Experience Teacher Guide under the Teaching Resources Files section. The lesson sequence begins where we address this question, what's the culminating experience? You introduce the letter and its parts and discuss the recipient. For homework, students need to finalize their recipient and track down their physical mailing address. Many students have never sent or received letters, so in 6.33 we discuss what letters are and their purpose. While most letters are now delivered digitally, they're still a huge part of civic engagement. We do want our students to be future environmental leaders, and so they're going to need to master this genre. We'll introduce the different parts of a letter and give them the what's in a letter checklist for the culminating experience. And for homework, they should begin their work on their personal touch. That means gathering photos, starting a drawing, or polishing their poem from their notebook. 6.34 is an all-day workday. For homework, students need to make sure that they are ready for peer review tomorrow. Consider editing your letter at your ecosystem study location for insight and inspiration. In 6.35, students trade letters and perform peer review using our specialized peer review rubric. And then they'll get together and discuss and give constructive feedback to one another. For homework, they'll need to finalize their personal touch. 6.36 is a day for completing final drafts. After you grade their work, they'll mail their letters either with their parents or together as a class. You get to decide. Inform students that they earned their last 2 Nature Ninja badges, connecting with the community and protecting healthy ecosystems. And we end with a unit assessment. What did we learn? It's also really important to focus in on a reflection. Revisit the unit roadmap and see if your students can put all the pieces together. Well, congratulations and thank you for inspiring your students to take action and to protect and improve the world that they will inherit. That's the end.